He's a good guy.
Yeah, so we're going into game number 2. Game number 1, again, I really don't want to see Atlanta play Kerrigan again. There was so many early game potential kills. Like I remember one specifically on Cawthon Luck that would have been a kill that just slipped through his fingers because he missed the combo.
Right, but at the same time, it was a nice denial play.
Yeah, that's true.
Keeping that away from Glorious. So you can look at it both ways. Like, it's not that they wanted to play Kerrigan, it's that they didn't want to fight Glaurung's Kerrigan. And I have to say, Glaurung's choice, Glaurung looked great on Chen. His Chen play was more than fine. And it's the first time I've seen him play in a competitive match. And, okay, so we have the first ban here, though. First ban coming out of Clairvoyant is going to be on Tassadar.
Cursed Hollows map. Going to have to see who they want to ban.
Yeah, so Tassadar is, I mean, it's been a very common ban from Clairvoyant in general, but on Cursed Hollow, when you have that tribute spawning and you can get the increased range on Sidestorm in this current patch, you can just stall, install, and we've seen compositions where teams like to try to get that extra soak while they just have Tassadar there trying to stall out the tribute, and so that's not going to be an option here with him out, and then ZPs, or excuse me, Glorious, going to be banning out Zebo.
Yeah, it's a thing a lot of people do. ZP's team. They are glorious, though.
They are glorious.
Let's see who the first pick. Vala is going to be first pick.
Okay. They really value Vala.
They value Vala and they value Rain of Vengeance, which Vala is highly regarded. Not first picked very often. And they put a lot of emphasis on that Rain of Vengeance. They've taken it twice now. Yeah, did they take it in yesterday's games?
Yeah, what they do, they like to pair it with Stitches. So they pair it with Gorge, and as soon as the Gorge spits out the hero, they Rain of Vengeance them. It's just to secure the kill. So it's like, okay, Nazebo, you want to try to sprint out of here? Nope. Same thing with Uther, same thing with Arthas. It actually pretty much creates, it pretty much makes it a guaranteed kill situation, where you Rain after a Gorge. So it's cool, and I like it a lot, but that last game, we had those 2 Rain of Vengeance, the one that was completely whiffed, hit nothing, and we had the second one that was used on Uther aggressively to try to get that kill, and Uther lived with under 100 HP, but was Rain worth using just to get the kill on Uther, or is it better to save for a really crucial point when you can hit 2 or 3 people and completely turn a fight? I don't know. I wasn't sold on the Rain of Vengeance play that last game.
Also Tychus. Of the big 6.
Tychusu.
The big 6, only Arthas is left. And we've seen that they are not willing to play Arthas very often, them being Clairvoyant. So Glorious willing to let Arthas slip through their fingers to go for the false attack, which Arthas Kerrigan is still available right now.
It doesn't matter because their Stitches Zeratul is the most terrifying thing in the world. Their Void Prison hooks were so on point yesterday, and this is the first time today where we're going to see this happening. Zeratul has been banned out in the other games, and we're going to see the Stitches Zeratul pair in this match, especially on Cursed Hollow, where you have the option to steal the boss with Void Prison. And Zeratul, I mean, you never know if it's going to happen, but it's always a threat, and that's something they have to think about. It does, in fact, force the Arthas Kerrigan, or not force, but allow the Arthas Kerrigan out of Glorious, which is terrifying.
And then you follow up with Brightwing Abathur. Abathur's really...
I think this is an exact composition that they ran on Cursed Hollow yesterday. I don't know if it was against Glorious, but I'm pretty darn certain that this is the exact team that they played on this map yesterday.
I didn't get to see the games yet. Are they on your YouTube yet? Because I've been wanting to watch them.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. They are up. I love.
What is that YouTube channel, Jake?
It's youtube.com/solidjakegg. Once CV and the casters are ready, good luck, have fun. So formal. He's just like...
He threw in a gentleman there at the end. He is just full business mode.
Microphone. I gotta get a Zoya cam just for when his mic blows up each time, because he makes the best face in the world. And by the best face, I mean the worst face.
People have always told me, just take off auto-adjust microphone settings in Skype. It's not on. I don't know why it does it, guys.
Yeah, that's very strange. Well, Zoya, let us introduce our teams.
All right, in the blue trunks on the left-hand side of the map. Did you fix your overlay?
I
I
did.
don't know if he did.
Maybe.
Oh, he's so
No,
good.
I did not. I totally did not.
Oh man. Blue team, we have Abathur played by Spanka, Vala played by Clown, Zeratul played by Caterpillar, Stitches played by Atlanta, and Echo on the Brightwing.
All right, now that you guys watch the logos fly across the screen, as janky as it can be, we got Syracuse playing on Falstead. Uther will be played by Nirak. Arthas, ZPs, of course, Glaurung will be the Bat Kerrigan right here, and Tycho by Cthulhu Luck. Cursed Hollow is the map. This is a rematch of the game yesterday. Like I said, I can't remember if it's the exact same composition that they played against Glorious with, but it's going to be a cool game either way. We've seen really impressive play out of Clairvoyant the last few days, and honestly, that last game was so very close until the very, very end, where Glorious just had their power swing at 20.
Glaurung and Nurek hiding here in the top lane, Jake. They want this kill so badly.
Yeah,
looks like Zeratul will be the roamer for Clairvoyant as Abathur Stitches push that bottom lane. Brightwing being so careful. Pull does go down. It looks like they're not willing to just... They're willing. They've been doing this lately, where they don't just roam completely a Kerrigan. They're willing to push a lane and get as much experience as possible.
Push it down, get the tower, you know... Ooh, low on ammo. That was a nice hook by Atlanta, but it means nothing as Syracuse just dashes forward as Falstad. But yeah, look at this pressure they're just putting on. They're saying, okay, if we're not going to get the roaming gank, we're just going to make sure we get the pressure put on in this top lane.
Yeah, surprisingly, Kerrigan, especially when she gets her Zerglings, has really good lane push ability. So you can really shove a lane when you have a Kerrigan. Plus, once Cthulhu Luck gets melting point, if they end up staying in this lane, that's so much push potential from these three. Ooh, Caterpillar might be caught opposition, does end up missing the hook there. Echo expending a little bit as well. Good jukes from Caterpillar there, avoiding the pull.
Yeah, nicely done, nicely done. Now, this middle lane, if there's any chance where the rotation comes down from Kerrigan, ZP's just needs to get the Howling Blast and Clown, and Clown's going to get deleted pretty quickly. Of course, you can tumble out of Kerrigan's combo, so it's going to be up to him, you know, reacting responsibly, but it's a risky kind of scenario that can happen in this match. Bottom lane, again, the hooks are just there to apply pressure and force Syracuse to use his cooldowns to back up. But their goal just really seems to be pushing this top lane right now.
Good blink there from Caterpillar. Glaurung not able to get that stun up. Spanker has come up top lane just to help deny this push. The bomb tower completely out of ammo with melting point now. That tower can die very quickly, but in the next 30 seconds, we are going to see the first tribute spawn.
Hashtag production thinks I'm going to lower the volume a little bit more for you guys.
Okay.
So Zoya's voice can ring in your ears that much better.
I could turn my mic up a little bit.
No, I think we should be good.
Okay. We have Abathur helping deny this push here, and we already have Uther and Kerrigan starting their roam, just getting in position to help defend against one of these tributes. Glorious lately, they've been pretty adamant about only delaying tributes for the first one and soaking 3-lane soak. So I'd be really surprised if Cthulhu Luck and Arthas ended up leaving their lanes. Arthas might end up poking down for a bit, but they really are focusing on that 3-lane soak, and it looks like that's what.
Oh no! Caterpillar gets blown up almost immediately. The Envenom goes down, but it's not enough. He's gonna get away as Glaurung goes the wrong way, but Caterpillar is gonna have to give up this tribute. He has to go back to base. He finds safety and he hearts immediately. A nice little attempt there with the party bush.
3-lane soak was still completed by both teams, and Glorious just kind of got that. That was really close. Caterpillar just barely making it out of there. Taking a look at the bribes, both teams did get bribe, correct?
Brightwing and Falstead, yep, both grabbing bribe. Pretty standard stuff there. Double Envenom, also incredibly standard. Multi-shot build coming out of Vala, and everything else, nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, actually, the stab damage is that. I guess that's pretty standard now for Abathur. Abathur plays so uncommon for competitive nowadays. So.
Yeah, you used to take what was that for? Promote.
Yes, it was promote, but now it's
promote is still good, but with
Atlanta getting blown up here though. He has oh my goodness, is he gonna live? Brightwing comes in at the last possible second. He gets the heal on himself, and Brightwing is actually able to help him sustain. That was so close.
That was crazy close. Good job from Echo reacting to his teammate at the time, knowing that he could come in and try and save them, using that protective shield, helping a lot there. Now also Atlanta is at full HP with that well tap.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Stitches can heal up so quick with his own self-heal and the sustain of Brightwing. Now, of course, the tribute here on the left side, Zeratul is already there, but we have Glorious coming on up. Are they going to be able to make it? The Wave of Light does manage to stun them out.
Atlanta getting really low here. Here's the Nirak Sun follow-up. He does get the consume and will get out of there with that Avatar Hat shield. Nirak getting pulled in. Here comes Khan from above. ZP is not headed down with his team. They're going to have to back up. I want to point out something top lane, Jake. Did you see how much pressure Glorious was putting on in the early game with that 3-lane push? And that Mule has completely negated all of that.
It's huge how strong Apather is. I mean, in terms of that kind of sustain, you have the push and the sustained defense with the Mule. It makes a big difference. And like you said, they put so much work in, but what do they have to show for it? A wall down?
Yeah, it's... You know, Kerrigan is really powerful in the early game because of those ganks, and they weren't doing that at all. They went for the push, and it's been completely shut down. Now, Glorious does have level 10 very soon. Clairvoyant should have 10 for the next tribute fight, which is pretty big. They can't fight without it, and yeah, both teams should have 10.
Yep, the Heroics will be popping up on the sides in just a moment here. We're going to see. There's one. What do they pick? Divine
Odin,
Storm.
we see.
Odin.
Looking pretty normal, because we do see Gorge and Rain of Vengeance again from those two. You're talking about how they like to use that combo. There's the Void Prism, so everything looking pretty what should be expected.
Yep, no Ultralisk. It's going to be Maelstrom. We never see Ultralisk out of Glaurung ever. Shock and Awe, of course. So yeah, standard stuff here, but...
The boss at the top, and they do have Void Prism. Caterpillar gets caught out of position from ZP, so they won't be able to VP steal it. ZP going for the Army of the Dead, and Glorious does secure that boss. That was so scary for a few seconds. You can Void Prism the capture point and sit on it and steal a boss on this map. That's why Zeratul is so terrifying on this map.
You know, that was huge by ZP's, just because, like you said, not only did he stop Caterpillar from getting anywhere near that, he pulled the attention of all the members, and he was able to get out. He knew he'd be safe having Army of the Dead. Yeah, he used his Heroic. Ooh, but a big Gorge going down, and the Void Prism, and this is going to be a dead Glaurung.
You talked about it before, how terrifying that combination is, and they just utilized it. I don't think Glorious should have fought that fight anyway, as ZP did not have Army of the Dead up, and he was sitting in mid defending against Knight, so it was really greedy for Glorious to be in that position. And they got Karen got killed because of it.
Yep. I mean, just nicely done. The pick with the hook and follow with the Rain of Vengeance. We're going to see it all game long, and it worked out for them there. Now these towers have fallen to Cathalmic's pressure in the top lane and the Golem. And but the Mule is continuing to get its value. Glorious going to try to get their boss themselves.
Caterpillar teleporting in there. We have all 5 members of Glorious coming down here. Now, Void Prism is still down right now, so this is a scary fight for Clairvoyant. They might want to reset that as the Atlanta and Caterpillar are being well done right now. There's a pull going on. The Echoes. Maelstrom has been used. A big Emerald Wind forces Glaurung out there. He is pretty low. They're trying to get in range to heal him, and Venom goes down onto Echo. He's going to have to back out there. Odin popped from Echo, and this is like the perfect tribute spawn part. Good, great RNG there for Glorious as they are already zoning their opponent out of that fight. Echo's going to go back, but he has the ability to teleport right back in.
Now this tribute, Glorious is all over it, but Spanker's in the back line, and of course that is an Avatar clone, so he's using Rain of Vengeance just to stall it out and force his team to get in position here. Army of the Dead used almost immediately. Shock and Awe doing a lot of work, and the follow Rain of Vengeance is there as well. Without Rain and Shock and Awe available here, they just kind of need to back up.
Shock and Awe didn't go off, actually. It was stunned by Rain of Vengeance.
Okay.
It'll be up in like 3 seconds now. And Nurek going for the loot right now with Brightwing dead though. No Avatar. Ooh, big Gorge on to Kerrigan. Will he be able to get out of there? Shock and Awe follow-up does happen. There's the Void Prism, and then that is just such a brutal 3-hero synergy they have with the Rain of Vengeance, the Void Prism, and the Stitches. I completely agree with what you said earlier. It is so devastating to watch.
So you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me then, but now you believe me. Now that you see it in action, okay. But anyways, now this is of course Clairvoyance that has all 5 members up on their side of the map, so they're going to be grabbing the Dragon Knight, the boss here, the Golem, and it is 2-2 tributes at this point in time, so the next tribute is crucial. The team that does cap it will get the first curse of the game. It's pretty dead even in terms of levels.
The boss will go straight to them. Let's take a look at the map. Is any no forts have been taken, so yeah, levels are even like you said, and forts are fairly even as well. This Mule has kept them in this game so well, but no, Ball getting caught out of position there. Going to go down. Atlanta in a complete sandwich right now. Sorry, buddy, you're not getting out of there. 2 free kills there. Right as the tribute spawns, Jake, this is the worst thing that could have happened for Clairvoyant.
You could say Atlanta was a sack lunch in that situation because they just took them home, and they're going to walk right up to this tribute.
Is Kubi home yet? I'm out.
Cthon Luck will, in fact, cap this tribute. Bottom lane getting pushed by this golem, but it's going to fall right quick as they are, in fact, cursed, so it will not have any support from minions. And they're just getting aggressive here, grabbing these offensive giants, maybe pushing this top keep.
The sack launch is back up though. He is currently headed to the top lane as they do need to defend against that. Don't want to lose any keep towers there. Fort's going to fall on the top lane to Cthon Luck, and Fort's going to be able to a nice lead off of this. They got one fort. They're almost out of time on this curse. Oh, they got 35 more seconds. There's no bosses up. When's the top boss up? In a minute? They'll be able to do that after the curse is over, but they're really not able to abuse a curse to its fullest right now.
Yeah, without Falstad, they have to play really kind of passively. It's not worth risking your lives. I mean, you're going to get the free push. Abathur is completely negating the bottom lane push that would be available, and they're in the other lane soaking it. So it's kind of a waste of a curse, honestly. What did they get? One fort?
Top fort.
Yeah, that's it.
They didn't even get to keep towers in the bottom or top. Yeah, that's a good thing you brought up with the Abathur, because Abathur is pushing against the curse right now by himself in the bot lane. That is a big deal, and the levels are actually completely even because all of Clairvoyant was soaking 3 lanes just to defend. That was almost, like you said, a completely useless curse. It feels like Glorious didn't get anything out of that.
It's almost a win for Clairvoyant because they have 2 tributes waiting to be cursed, and they might be able to take better advantage. Now, level 16 has been hit here for Clairvoyant. We see the Locust. This increases the aggression, increases the pushing power of Abathur tenfold. And Fishing Hook is opted for as well. Criterize on the Brightwing, and actually going for blood on Vala instead of the potential Executioner.
Glorious was looking to do a backdoor in the top lane to get those keep towers, but then they saw Clairvoyant was in the mid lane. They were potentially wanting to go for a backdoor, but all of Clairvoyant ended up going back, and they weren't able to execute that gank. Not how they wanted to, but Caterpillar does end up blinking out and no root landing on him. Level 16 with CG still with that experience lead.
Now, looking where that Fishing Hook doesn't actually get anything, Caterpillar got out of that really easily. I mean, he is, in fact, Zeratul, the slipperiest hero in the game. And, of course, as all members of Clairvoyant are getting in the middle lane, actually get the hook on Glaurung, and he's going to die. There's no chance for him to live. Rain of Vengeance will be there, and there he goes.
Yep, ZP getting really low as well. Has to pop Army of the Dead there, and his team is completely zoned out. ZP's going to fall. God, that is a devastating combo, man. Wow, that is just so terrifying to watch. If anyone gets hooked,
they die.
You said it immediately. Like, he's dead. They're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
Not getting away from
it doesn't matter. You're gonna die. Like, they have the Void Prison for zoning. They have the Rain of Vengeance for. They have double Rain of Vengeance potential with Abathur, and I mean double Void Prison potential if they wanted it even with Abathur. So it's really scary strong, and Abathur is getting so much value on this map because it's a big map. It's often that you're roaming F5, and Abathur's giving you an experience lead by being on the other side of the map. And look at the levels here, almost 18 for Clairvoyant here, and it's looking good for them, but the match is far from over.
Boss, top lane, Atlanta and Clown both pushing with it. Glorious is responding, heading up. Oh no, looks like they're a bit indecisive on where they want to go. Okay, they are headed top now, and the tribute is spot, so they have to fight this tribute because, like you said, this is a curse for them. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, capping the first curse of the game, or first curse for them for this game, is a really nice thing, especially when you have this golem pushing in this top lane. It's gonna get that fort. I mean, Glorious knows they can't give up this curse, but they also don't want to let that golem just walk to their keep. So this is a really tough scenario, and I mean, this is a really good position to be in for Clairvoyant. Abathur in the bottom lane, soaking and pushing. Golem walking down the top lane.
Yeah, the Clairvoyant is just completely fine with delaying at this tribute for as long as they can. ZP does not get hooked here. Nirek going for the loot here. ZP going straight in onto Echo. Abathur Hat is on him. Root does go down. There's a big emerald window. Nirek does get stuck in that Void Prison, but Glaurung going onto Zeratul there. Not the best Void Prison that they've seen before. And now, because VP is down, it looks like they have to go in full retreat. Glaurung does end up getting hooked. There's the Gorge. Though, where is Vala, though? She's not here for the follow-up. There's no Void Prison follow-up, but he does end up going down anyway. ZP going for full chase onto Clown. There is the Envenom. Nirek is at half HP. He needs to get out of there. Syracuse is low as well. Glorious needs to be careful here. They need to back off and potentially just snag this tribute. Don't let Echo get it.
Ooh, Chthon Lock barely not getting hit by that. Syracuse gets out in the last second before Caterpillar finds his prey. They're going to try to get this tribute, but I don't know if it's going to work out because so many members have healed up on the side of Clairvoyant, and it's only 3 members of Glorious, and 1 falls already. ZPs gets hooked, and he's in a bad spot as well.
I bet you, like, Glorious is really regretting that Nizzy go down. And wanting to have gone back and banned either Stitches or Zeratul in this situation, because this is disgusting. It is so strong, that combination, and they're playing it so well. Clairvoyant is really, there hasn't been a moment where they've done that combo and they've like messed it up at all. It's just been perfectly executed every time. It's impressive.
I mean, and even in that last fight, ZPs was so close to getting Emerald winded into the Void Prison. That's like another thing that can happen that's just disgusting to think about because of how strong that is. The amount of zoning, the amount of control they have over the battlefield, and the kill potential of just hooking someone to immediately remove them is actually terrifying. So it's working out well for them, but their Nazebo composition from last game was very strong as well, so it's hard to say which is better, but at this point, it's looking like we're going to be going to Game 3.
I mean, with 2 keeps being pushed in right now, with bottom might end up living here, Abathur pushing top lane, they might actually just get all 3 keeps with this 1 curse, Jake, and that is... I don't have words for how bad it is for Glorious.
It's the polar opposite of the curse that we saw out of Glorious, where they actually got 1 fort, did almost nothing with it. This is a huge power swing because they hit 20 well before. They're 2.5 levels ahead of Glorious at this point in time.
Keep. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
319 HP left on that bottom keep. Glorious just barely able to keep that alive, but it's level 20, level 18. Taking a look at those talents. Man, they do not like Resurgence. They love their mobility. Going with that triple bolt, got the Evolution Master upgrade as well as the Emerald Wind upgrade.
Yeah, so I mean, they like their triple bolt, they like the aggression and the defensive plays you can make with it. It's a very versatile ability. Of course, continuous wins, and the Abathur heroic is a no-brainer. You don't get bolt on Abathur. If they did, I would have smiled and laughed at them. But that Void Prison!
Void Prism is pretty big, but the rate of Vengeance being whiffed there pretty bad, though. Follow-up on this happen. DP is so low in HP. There's a Divine Storm going down onto Vala. She's going to go down here. Boss is pushing that bot lane, though. His minions are pushing both lanes. Good shock and awe there. Echo getting really low, but that triple Emerald Wind is just so good at disengaging for a team. Glorious is still decently healthy. There's the hook on Syracuse. He is getting pulled back, and there's no way Glorious can save Syracuse. Syracuse, he's trying to get out of there. He's away, but he's going to go down.
Wow, the fishing hook is terrifying. And of course, Abathur, or not Abathur, the Golem actually just takes 1 swing at that keep, destroying it. This is going to trigger a push out of Clairvoyant as they walk down this bottom lane, and they're going to try to end the game here. Is it a risky play to do this, though? Because, I mean, the Golem's going to be close to dead by the time they get there, and it's 4v4. Oh, but ZP's is so low.
Yeah, ZP, and he does not have Resurgence. If he goes down, that is not good for him. They are going for that core. It is at 80% HP. Will Glorious be able to hold here? The does go down on Echo, and Venom follow up. They're trying to burst him down. The core is helping him out there, and Echo should end up going down. He's desperately trying to save alive, but he does end up getting killed by Nirak. 59% HP on this core. Now, if Glorious had taken a keep at one point in the game, it wouldn't be the end of the world for them. They would have, you know, at least one lane counter pushing the catapults, but...
You know, we saw a hook from Atlanta there on Glaurung's Carrion. I think that secured the kill on Zeratul. I actually think Zeratul would have been able to get out if Glaurung wasn't pulled forward there. So that's pretty unfortunate for them there. This is going to give a boss to Glorious with no contest whatsoever. Both teams have 0 tributes each, and the next tribute is spawning. But the Knights are picked up here by Clairvoyant.
The Glorious will have 2 Resurgences, which is going to be really important for defending their core. But they don't have a Mule, and it's at percent HP. So all it takes is 1 boss or 1 curse with Clairvoyant pushing in, and that is a big win. That is an easy push for them. Glorious desperately needs level 20 right now. Coffin Luck's doing a good job of trying to soak 3 lanes right now as they're pushing in.
My God, if he hit that hook, he hit so many blind hooks, but if he hit that hook, I would have like given him my babies. But he just he does not get the hook. Glorious lives to see another fight.
If you gave him your babies, though, would you pay child support or just like, here, the babies are yours to take care of? Because I don't know if that's like a good thing for him or not.
It's a good question, Jared. A question that we'll never know the answer to.
Melting Point clearing that wave there. Level 20 has been secured by both teams. Triple Bolt Bolt is going to help Kerrigan a lot here because of how many times Glaurung has been in just that terrible situation. And double resurgence. ZP going straight in onto Echo. There's the Void Prism only hitting Glaurung there. The 1%. No one. Echo gets annihilated, but does jump into the Void Prism, and he will end up dying out of it. Cottonlet going for the chase onto the Abathur clone. Another death. 60 seconds. Glorious desperately wants to make something happen here. The Golem, the Giant, and the boss. The boss in the top lane has already been cleared up. They're going to go take the Knights. It's just so hard for Glorious to capitalize on just one kill because it's just, like, with 4 people you can backdoor just fine.
All right, ZP is going to die here. So let's just take a look at the map. Now, ZP's has Resurgence, and that's like the only thing that Glorious has going for them right now. They're down in levels, they're massively down in structures, but they have 2 Resurgence. So it gives them a little bit of elbow room, but to throw 1 Resurgence away like that before their next big team fight, that's a huge, huge, huge disadvantage that they can't afford. And if they manage to bungle this next team fight, that could be game.
They are all here except for the Brightwing. 10 seconds until she can teleport into the fight, and Glorious is just going to zone out as well as they can. If they can get this tribute here, that would be a nice win for them. ZP getting hooked up. Gorge is down, though. Not going to be able to get that. Root does go down here. And Glaurung goes in for the Bolt pull. Does not end up getting it. There is the Brightwing teleport in. Is Void Prism up yet? There's another follow-up rewind. And Echo is getting so low. Cottonlet goes for the grenade, but not enough to kill him. No heroics popped yet by the other team, but there goes ZP getting pulled in. Root ends up falling up. Glorious immediately responding, trying to get in range to help him out, and he's going to be just fine. Coughlin getting double bonds. He needs getting pretty low. Oh, the dash out of the wave of light. Wasted heal there from direct. Polymorph going down. Syracuse trying to zone out that Atlanta here. It is Syracuse, but he bolts out, avoids the Gorge. Follow-up stun from Atlanta. There's the shock and awe. Does hit 3 members. Void Prism, everyone jumping into it. Another wasted Void Prism there, not accomplishing much. ZP is healing himself up as much as he can, but Glorious still retreating.
Both teams are playing so well. That first hook went down on ZP's Arthas, and they saw
Siege Giants destroying it so quick. Syracuse flies in. It's got 30% on it. Will they be able to save it? There's no shield. Bottom lane is being pushed in as well. Is it too late, though, for Glorious? It's at 2%. One more capable, and it's GG. Losing to the Winions.
Oh, the Winions. All right, let me just... I need to talk about that engagement. I need to talk about that fight. I just have to. Okay. My hotkeys are broken. Let me show my dumb face on screen and with my stupid hotkeys broken. All right, so... the hook goes down from Atlanta on ZP's. Not the target he wants. Clairvoyant immediately backs up. So many teams do not do this. But they said, this is an unfavorable position. This is where ZP wants to be. We have to back up because Glorious just rushes in. They reposition, and then a lot of damage goes down on both teams. Echo almost dies on Brightwing. Almost gets dead, but no. And then it turns around. So they go forward. They throw another hook out. They get ZPs again. So we see them posture back a little bit. They slur some damage down on, do what they can. And then we see that Void Prism. Both teams are just respecting each other so much in that fight. Just really good play. But it came down to the minions, which I was completely oblivious to. And apparently Glorious was just out of their base too long. Because when all 3 of your keeps are down and you got Giants pushing, well, you got a timer on your base.
The Winions, they're strong.
They're strong.
Oh, man. That was close. 2%. There was one more volley left on those catapults, and they ended up getting it. I mean, even... it's just so hard to come back from 3. You have to get a complete wipe, and that's what they needed. Glorious probably should have just taken a moment to just go complete ham. You can go ahead and join off me. The double resurgence helped a lot, but if they were on even footing when both teams hit 20, I think Glorious had the better late game. But it's just once you lose 3 keeps, it's so hard to come back. Like, when have you seen a team be down 3 keeps to the and have all of yours up, and have all the enemies up?
Maybe once they win.
Like a comeback.
Yeah.
Like, it's so rare. And it looks like we're going to Blackheart's Bay, which Glorious, out of every team in competitive play, has the highest win rate for Blackheart's Bay across the board. They are the best winning team on this map.
And they're going to be looking for Arthas Kerrigan here. That is what they want. They're super aggressive in the rotation on this map. They're super aggressive on collecting the coins. They never stop moving across the map as a squad. They have this ultimate squad of death. They'll find you in your merc camps, and they'll just destroy you. And it's going to be... yeah. If they get Arthas Kerrigan...
it's going to be terrifying.
It's going to be terrifying. It's going to be tough.
I have a question for you, Jake.
Yes.
I need you to explain something to me. What is this sacked lunch nonsense you speak of?
Let me fix the background that is currently broken, apparently.
Oh no, you don't see the spinning faces.
Did it just delete itself? There we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
I didn't even
Sack
realize it
lunch.
was gone.
Sack lunch, go. Oh,
Sack
deleting
lunch
the
is when your mother gives you that brown bag lunch when you're going to school as a kid, and it's like the worst thing you could ever get. And that's what Stitches was. He was a sack lunch.
What's wrong with brown bag lunches? My mom used to make me a sandwich.
Yeah, but if it's like a soggy sandwich, like the juice exploded and
what
leaked
kind
on.
of? Why would your mom give you a soggy sandwich, Jake?
I don't know. You put me on the spot, and I had to come up with something. So that's what a sack lunch is.
It was just such a fun phrase you coined there. I like it. I'm gonna steal that one. Is that okay?
No.
No, that's Jake only.
Sack
That's
lunch.
solid.
No, you can say
That's
sack
Jake
lunch.
egg only. Jack egg only.
We're eggy boys together, so I'll allow
Okay,
you. I'll allow you to have a sack lunch once in a while.
The egg boys. You can join off me. Oh, it's cursed.